Hey everybody, the question's been asked about how to find contracts that are suitable for subgraph development. So I'll show you a couple ways that you can go about doing it. The best way is if a project actually contacts us to get a subgraph developed, because then we can work with the developers to ensure that their contracts are emitting logs properly, and it makes things a whole lot easier. But barring that, there is no real easy way to find the best contracts to go about it. It's either comes down to a matter of searching through the Explorer and watching what contract calls are being made, and then checking out those contracts, searching through GitHub projects for suitable contracts, or just being aware of what products are being built in the near ecosystem, and then approaching those projects to see if they need a subgraph or want a subgraph, and then and work through there. So I'll show you the way to do it through the Explorer. So on the screen here, you got the mainnet Explorer for near. You can switch to testnet simply by going there as well. But what you want to do is just scroll down here to where it says transactions and hit view all. As you can see, these are all the calls that are being made to the near chain right now. There are Aurora contracts and there are also near native contracts. You'll know typically based on what they're called. But what you're going to do is just basically watch here and watch for a contract. And when you find one that is new or that you haven't seen before or looked at, you simply click on it and then you look and see. Not sure why that didn't go in. Let's try that again. Oh, sorry, we're in the near crowd. So these are all the function calls for this contract. And then you can just click on any one of these and then you scroll down and see if it's emitting any logs. In this case, it's not. So this is probably not a good contract for us to work with because we're not going to be able to get any data out of it. So you can check a couple of the functions because sometimes some of the functions emit logs and some don't. Some are more administrative type things. But again, there's nothing here. So we're not going to want to really deal with this contract unless we can get in touch with the developer and have them start emitting logs for their contract. So we'll head back to the main page here and look for another one. Let's see if we can find one that might have some logs in it. Let's check out this one. So the play function. Okay, so this one is emitting some logs. This isn't the ideal format, but we can work with this. So once you see that there's some coming out of it, if you can go back, you can check out a couple of more functions if they have any other ones that are different. Looks like this one is just doing play. Not sure what this project is, but regardless, you could look at this. In addition to that, there is this website here, stats.gallery, and you can put a contract name in here. So we'll take the opacity-house.near, throw it in here. And we see what it's been emitting over the last month. There's show stats. Doesn't matter. But from here, if you go into contract, you'll get a list of all the methods in the contract. So it basically has three: new, play, and get balance. So you can get an idea of what they do, if they do anything, by calling them or viewing them. It looks like this contract might not be ready to go yet. Get balance is typically a view call, so you're probably not going to build a function for that. But for new and play, you could build a subgraph for this thing, and obviously this would be a very simple one because there's only two contract methods to deal with. And if you look through here far enough, you'll probably find the new, and it's probably right at the very beginning of whenever this thing was deployed. It sounds like it has to do something with potentially creating a new contract. Anyways, it's a bit of detective work to find a suitable contract to build something for, at least through the Explorer piece here. As an alternative, I'll show you x.pairs.near. I've already built the subgraph for this, so you're not going to want to do it. But you can take a look at one of these. You can see that it's emitting logs. So, and this is in a much better format for us in terms of breaking out the object. So yeah, that's basically how you will use the Explorer to find projects. The other way you could possibly do it is go into GitHub. And if you search for event.json, if you recall, that's part of the standard, the event standard that we typically want to see. And then if you hit code, you might be able to find some near projects that incorporate that event JSON. This will be even more difficult depending on what we choose here. I'm just wondering if there's a better almost just going to check and see if there's a better thing we can search for. Okay, so the other thing we could search for is potentially one. All right, let's see if we can get any events in this way. So that's Pyres again. I've already looked at that one. NFT mystery box. This might be a project that we could look at. Take a look at the contract. It's another NFT minting contract, so probably be similar to what's going on with Pyros. Anyways, this is another way you could do it. Basically, search for some of the strings that you'd find in the event piece. Go to the project page, and then see if they've deployed the contract, and then you can kind of get an idea of going from there. Can head back over to the Explorer and type it in and find it. So that's basically how you'll end up finding the contracts. It's a bit of detective work. Like I said, I'm trying to sort out an intake process for projects to request subgraphs, which will make it much easier for us to do these. But barring that, that's how we'll find them, and we'll go from there. So here's one for Pixel Token. Maybe they have emitting logs. No, they're not emitting logs either. But all that would be useful information that we would like to have. All right, so I'll cut that off there. If you have any more questions, feel free to post them in the Discord channel, and we'll see about getting to them. And of course, I'll also be compiling a list of projects that we're going to want to get to at some point here in the future. And that's it.